Welcome back into the workshop for a quick Dave's Diary update. What are we up to today? Well, I'm pointing in the direction of the miter station, aren't I? Well, that must mean something, and it does. I'm about to start gearing up or sorting out the materials to build the 3 drawers. Much awaited drawers. Not only for this, but for the router station and a sanding station and, quite a few, all of which will have to be custom cut. Different sizes. This one here, this bay here and that bay there will have drawers of identical size. And this one here has to be 20 millimeters shallower because I made a double thickness panel here to support the weight of the miter saw itself. Not that it was that necessary, so it was a bit overkill, but I did want to make it nice and chunky for that purpose. But then when I decided what I wanted to do, I put a extra layer of panel, the green coated one here, birch plywood actually, one of the only bits of birch ply that I've had. I made a panel up for the saw to sit on, and the mounting points are actually right out the edge, which kind of makes redundant this double thickness, or overkill. Never mind, lovely and solid. Also lovely and solid the way I've mounted that. It's mounted by gravity, located by fixtures, so it can't move backwards and forwards, and it can't move sideways. In fact, it can move sideways because I can tune it. So I've got bolts in there that push up against the housing of the miter saw itself, on each side of course, and I can actually tune the position, fine-tune the position of the miter saw should it ever be necessary if I had tapes or something, or measuring devices built into the saw, into the station itself. Not that I'm planning to, but got the capability. And that means that because it's not actually physically held down, I can take the saw out, use it on the job where I want to, bring it back into the workshop, place it back in to its position here, and it reliably goes back into the same place because it's a metal to metal locating procedure, or capability, facility. So that's what that's for, just by way of mentioning. To determine the depth of the panels that will make up the box for those 2 drawers and that one, I had to consider one of the items that I want to put in it, and it's this box here, and it's got a digital readout thingy. I bought it to see what it was like. Haven't used it as yet because I've been distracted. So that's it. No, it's not going. It's just a sticker on it. But I wanted to see what that's like and how useful it is. So that being part of the miter station, it wants to go, or use of the miter saw, it wants to go in the miter station. So I measured the box. It's 130 millimeters. If it was in a drawer, I'd want at least 20 millimeters above it. And because I have the option of either a solid bottom or a one utilizing the thin ply, I add 20 mils to the bottom. So 130, 20 and 20. To be fair, you don't have the sides of the drawer going right up to the underneath side of the cabinet. I don't mind them actually being close. I know a lot of people build their drawers with the sides quite a bit lower than the cabinet space, but I actually like having them pretty darn close for any like here. In fact, this is a drawer that I built, of course, and it is probably only 5 mil, maybe 10 mil would be better. I don't have any problems with installing it and unhooking from the runners themselves, but I like quite a tight tolerance. It may cause problems in different situations, but I haven't encountered that. The drawer, when it gets to be wide, I prefer having a solid bottom. This is 18mm custom wood, melamine coated custom wood, because it is its own structure. You don't have to have any reinforcing strips or bars underneath the lighter plywood. For most purposes, the plywood, the light or thin line, whatever you want to call what you use, like that 6mm or so, that's fine. It does the job that's required, but it either has to be set into a rebate or rabbet or a groove. And I'm going, okay, that's fine, but why do I need that? And if I put a solid bottom in, I get the best of both worlds, I suppose, with a solid bottom. It supports everything that goes in there that may be a little bit heavier and build up some weight. I can dowel the 18mm into the side, which has been done with this. No grooves or rebates or rabbets required. And as I said, best of both worlds. I get a nice solid bottom, and it's functionally easier to build, or practically. So I tend to, even on the small ones, put solid bottoms in. I can, because I've got the material. Well, at the moment I don't have much white, that's all I've got, but I've got the material for it. Ask yourself why, and there's a couple of reasons, but why would you want to put thin bottom in a drawer? One of the reasons, major reasons, is weight saving. The other one is cost. More expensive than that. In fact, I'm going to say that's round the wrong way. That's more expensive than this. That I had to pay, the plywood that is, I had to pay good money for. That was free. So on a cost basis, I'd put that in. Now, it doesn't have to be white. I just had some white there, and of course I used it. Could I use that? Yes. Does it look as nice? Who cares? It's in the bottom of a drawer. And that's one thing. There may be other reasons for putting thin material in, but in a workshop, really? Do you need? I don't know. So I'm just going to use what's available. I'm not going to get all complicated. What am I going to use that for? Oh, it might be for some drawers. I don't know, but I don't have to, do I? So, yeah. In fact, that is a good question I've just posed myself. If I don't use it for drawers, what am I going to use it for? Because after all, I bought it for a small job that just needed that section. I made a little joinery unit up for a friend, and in that case, I wanted to save as much depth as possible because it was going into anyway the situation. So I've bought that. Not terribly expensive, but now I've got all that left over. Should I make the drawers? Oh, yeah, here's a thought. If I make the drawers with the rebate or groove in it, just thought of that, I can use this as a setup with the router. Instead of having to dig my router station out, which has to be done anyway. But I could probably set the dimensioning router up and the parallel guide system up and use it. Never thought of that. Or do I get the router station working? In fact, it might have been still set up for the groove for that other joinery unit. And I've got to tidy all this up. And that's the problem at the moment, and that's the issue. I've got no real storage, and a lot of the storage that had been available in the miter station and in the workbench itself isn't really functional yet. A lot of it has just been placed in out of the way while I get things made. And then, like in here as well, the sanding station, not really functional yet. It's acting as a storage unit, but it's not really functional. Once I get all the drawers and that made for this and this, etc., a lot of the stuff that you see that's out and about and on top of things will be tucked away out of the way. Well, that's the hope. Will it come? I really do hope so. Okay, that's it. Miter station drawers. That's what I've got to do. Yeah, so I normally, as I get back to it, the depth of those is determined by this. The drawer would be, okay, so this is 20 millimeters plus this plus 20 millimeters tolerance, so that's 170. I'd probably keep the drawer sides down about flush with this, so that makes my panel 150 millimeters wide. Ideal size, easy to make, and if I have to make some in the future, 150 mils is a nice round figure to act as your target dimension. Easy to do on here. Really like this idea. I really do. The more I look at it and fiddle with it, trying to see how good or how flexible it is, the more I like it. And the more uses I can start to imagine it being used for. So there you go. Rightio. Better stop gas bagging and get some work done. And get some more urethane. Oh well. It happens, as I say, don't keep it for more than 15 or 20 years, whatever. It's a long time I've had that, so. Rightio. Oh, God, I keep on saying that too, don't I? See you in the next one. Bye now.